Palmer.
Thanks, Laskin Corla. Taoiseach, Minister Simon Coveney has said that moving away from the triple lock would be, quote, a sensible change. He and Fine Gael claim that this is in response to Putin's disgusting invasion of Ukraine. But the truth is that Fine Gael have been pushing for this for decades. You can go back to 2003. They had a policy document called Beyond Neutrality, which supported moving towards participation in a common EU defence policy, abandoning triple lock, describing it as a political straitjacket. Fine Gael have been trying to erode what's left of neutrality for decades and are opportunistically using Putin's invasion of Ukraine to do so. Minister Ryan, in fairness, has at least come out to say that his position is the triple lock should remain. What's your position, Taoiseach? You didn't answer the question earlier. You made a vague reference to the UN General Assembly, but it's the UN Security Council which agrees about the deployment of peacekeeping missions. So do you support the retention of the triple lock or do you not? And if you don't, will you at least give us a referendum on it?
First of all, in terms of Deputy Rose Conway-Walsh, the solidarity tax, the government took a decision in relation to that today, which applies domestically here, particularly in respect of the Corrib field, designed really to make sure there are no windfall profits arising out of the increased prices that have occurred. I think the government is taking the right overall policy in respect to the cost of living package, that we didn't go for, I know your party proposed a cap on pre-21 levels, but we saw what happened in the United Kingdom fiscally and from a market point of view when that proposal was implemented by the UK government. It had fairly devastating consequences for the UK economy, and that's why the government didn't go down that route in respect of the measures that we took. And in terms of the wider windfall then, that will come later as well as part of the European measures. And the broader European measures will fall due to be completed. But it's very, very complex in terms of the EU energy market, and we import most of our gas from UK and Norway supplies in there. So it's not a uniform gas market, but we do welcome the decisions taken to try and decouple gas from the electricity price increases. Deputy Haughey Sean Haughey raised the issue in terms of climate justice and COP27 generally. I think one of the key takeaways from COP has been the fact that climate change is here now in terms of the worldwide devastation. The presentation of the Prime Minister from Pakistan at two events that I was at, 1/3 of all crops or arable land destroyed by the floods. Huge disease coming from stagnant water across Pakistan. Hundreds of thousands of pregnant women without homes and without shelter, just over 600,000. Huge economic damage, about 30 billion in terms of damage and reconstruction. You look at Somalia's presentation, Sri Lanka's presentation, all the small states, the small island states of the Pacific facing real danger. So if there's some lessons for this country, I think we have to do more on adaptation, and we have to do more not just in terms of getting emissions down, but we have to prepare around coastal erosion, and we have to prepare a whole range of measures to deal with damage.
We're out of time, I'm afraid.
And in terms of Deputy Boyd Barrett, look, no one has done more than, I think, the EU and Ireland in terms of supporting Palestine, UNRWA, and a whole range of humanitarian supports. That has to be said. That rarely gets said. I've dealt with the triple lock already. It's not in the programme for government to remove the triple lock. I don't believe in removing the triple lock. I do believe we should have a Citizens' Assembly to discuss all of these issues in a more informed way. I said that already. I understand the rationale put forward by Minister Coveney in the light of the Russian invasion and Russia's behaviour. That Russia is such a significant member of the Security Council is now a problem, and that the likes of Russia can veto any proposal at the Security Council, such as the one that Ireland put forward in terms of climate and security, was very retrograde in my view. And there is a problem there.
Thank you.
And we can't be putting our heads in the sand.
Please.
And Deputy Durkin, I think I've dealt with some of the issues. There is a cohesive approach to Ukraine from Europe, and on COP, I think we would like it to be better and stronger, but COP is the only game in town, so to speak, and it brings the leaders together, and we need to keep that momentum going. And finally, Deputy Barry, Ireland is not a member of NATO. We're not a member of a military alliance. That is the definition of our military neutrality, which has been consistent and remains the position.
Thank you.